record year in many ways for all of these banks. Goldman had its best quarter since 2021. Investment banking business is on track for its strongest year ever. JP Morgan also had a great quarter, $9 billion in trading revenue. That was the best ever quarter for JP Morgan and their trading business. Citigroup also crushed. Total revenue up 9%, best Q3 ever. And then you just look at the stocks of these companies. Goldman stock is up 47% year to date. Citi stock is up 51% year to date. So yes, maybe there was a slight pullback for JP Morgan and for Goldman, but ultimately these companies are crushing. You compare it to the S&P, which is up 13% year to date. So these companies are massively outperforming. It is a great time to be a bank, specifically a big Wall Street bank, perhaps even the best time to be a big Wall Street bank. These investment banking fees, they're surging. The trading revenues are rising. Every big player on Wall Street posting record numbers, which is interesting because you might also remember just a few months ago when the administration was telling us that basically the opposite was going to happen, that the big banks and the Wall Street banks, they had already had their day in the sun. And they were telling us that 2025 was going to be Main Street's year, not Wall Street's year, Main Street's year.
I'm proud to be the president for the workers, not the outsourcers, the president who stands up for Main Street, not Wall Street, who protects the middle class, not the political class.
For too long, financial policy has served large financial institutions at the expense of smaller ones. No more. No more. For the last 4 decades, basically since I began my career in Wall Street has grown wealthier than ever before, and it can continue to grow and do well. But for the next 4 years, the Trump agenda is focused on Main Street. It's Main Street's turn. It's Main Street's turn to hire workers. It's Main Street's turn to drive investment, and it's Main Street's turn to restore the American dream. And who's going to lead this revival? The men and women in this room.
And yet, here we are in September. Wall Street's having its best year ever. Investment banker bonuses are up almost 30% this year. And at the same time, while Wall Street is having one of its best years, Main Street is struggling. Consumer sentiment is down 22% from a year ago. Job growth between May and August down 75% from a year ago. Small business sentiment is also in decline. 64% of small businesses saying they're struggling with these supply chain disruptions. 31% saying they have to raise prices. Bankruptcy filings are up 12% compared to last year. So not only has this Main Street over Wall Street agenda not been delivered, actually the opposite has happened. It's a great year for Wall Street, the best year for Wall Street, and a bad year for Main Street. And the most ironic part of all of this is that this is actually only going to continue. Because as we speak, the administration is working on a deregulation plan, which is going to eliminate many of the rules that were put in place after 2008. It's going to reduce the capital requirements for these big, large-scale lending projects, i.e. these data center projects. And according to many estimates, because of these deregulations that the administration is pursuing, average earnings for banks will go up by roughly 35%. Now, this isn't to say that it is a bad thing that banks are doing well. But it is to say that the economic story that the administration told us for many months, that story was a lie. They said, go long Main Street, go short Wall Street. They said it is blue collar over white collar, small companies over big companies. The poor are going to outperform the rich. False, false, false on all counts. There is no better time to be big and rich in America than today, whether you are a bank or whether you are a tech company or if you're just a person. The more money you have in 2025, the more money you will receive. And these bank earnings, record bank earnings, are just another example.